The next 3 months is going to be your quote winter arc. If you're willing to make this winter your grind time, whole life will change. You are 90 days away from the life of your dreams. You are 90 days away from everything you've been telling yourself, everything you've been dreaming about yourself, everything you've been saying to yourself that you're going to be in the future. There is a war between your broke self and yourself now. A war between where you're at and where you're going to be at. Who is going to win? Your previous self or yourself right now? You must make this decision. Where are you going to be? Are you going to stay broke or are you going to grind this winter? This is what it's all about, guys. We're 90 days away from the winter being over and us going back to regular life, if you will. But if you're able to start sacrificing right now, big changes will happen. Now, I'm being honest with you. Wholesaling's supposed to be hard. The cream rises to the top. And my generation is no different than any generation before me or that is going to come after me. My generation is probably worse because you see it online of probably the biggest sissies and crybabies you're ever going to see. Scrolling on TikTok, whining about the weather and what the world is, when at the end of the day, every generation has had this. And the truth is, the cream always rises to the top. The hard, tough individuals always rise to the top. And no matter what generation there are, what time they live in this world, they will find a reason why. They will find a reason to become successful. They will find a reason why they are going to win. And I'm telling you, wholesaling real estate is supposed to be hard. It is only supposed to help the ones, the cream of the crop, who are willing to actually become hard individuals. Now, I'll argue that my generation is very hard. There's a lot of tough individuals. Now, more disproportionately, probably crybabies. But what I will tell you is the ones at the top. We were born with David Goggins videos on Instagram, right? Watching the tough guys are aggressive. And we were the ones who were willing to sacrifice it all to become successful. We never wanted to be average. We never wanted to stick in. And we wanted to do something above the ordinary. Something that's not ordinary, or as we call, extraordinary. Now, this next 90 days is going to make it or break it for you. What are you willing to do? My thing always for wholesaling is just get in front of people who have ugly, distressed real estate. Get in front of people that need to sell their property. Just if you get your eyeballs on these people and just grind it out and make sure they see your message, your marketing, you will do well. You will make money. You will become successful. But when you start getting away from these things and you watch too much content and videos and you don't actually do the work, that is when you stop doing well, right? And the one thing I want to tell you before you start making excuses in your mind and reasons why you can't become successful, guys, there's no money, okay? There's not a monetary reason why you're not doing well. It's not that you have to spend money, make money, right? So the point of this video, and if you're brand new into wholesaling, this is your first video, right? You're probably shocked, like, wait, he's not doing a $14,000 elevator pitch? No, guys, I got no pitch here. Yeah, I own a real estate software. It's great, but don't even use software for the next 90 days. What I need you to do is just get your first deal, get your first second deal, get your 100th deal, get your 100 grand, whatever it is this winter, but make this your winter arc, right? People call it the winter arc, where they sit down in the winter, hunker down, they get a little buzz cut, and they grind. And this is what you need to start doing. You need to actually get tough. Get hard, get strong, hibernate, if you will. Stop talking about you becoming successful and just start doing it. A lot of you guys sit around, eat your crazy food, and just relax all day during this winter. And this is not it. Things are just heating up. Things are ramping up. When it gets colder, you get tougher. And you're not going to lie on your back and cry about how tough your life is. You make a change. This is what it is to be a tough individual. Man, woman, I don't care what you are, but if you're a tough individual, you do not let your circumstances control how your life is going to go. You're not going to let outside circumstances control if you're going to get rich, you're going to get successful, if your kids are going to have the life that they deserve. You're not going to let outside influences, your boss, make this thing for yourself, right? You are going to be the sole determining factor on your success, and you only. So you have to make a decision here. This is a must. You must sacrifice this winter. This is your winter. This is your time. Your destiny lies ahead of you. But if you do not seize this opportunity, I got bad news probably, but good news for others. That person in your market, that 16-year-old kid that's hungrier than you, that is more sick of living in his mom's basement. Yeah, you might have a kid and you're a single mom. Whoever wants it more is going to get the food. I hate to tell you, this is why mama bears usually end up being the most dominant, right? Mama lions or mama tigers or mama bears, right? Because they have a lot more they're doing it for, and they're a lot scarier and aggressive than, the young pup out here, right? And this is why, single moms and dads, they crush it in wholesaling because they have a lot more dedication and they have a lot more reason why they're trying to become successful. And you got to know that it doesn't matter what theoretically on paper is more motivated. Who are you more motivated at? Like, what's motivating you? What is pushing you? What is bringing you to the future? This is what you have to decide for yourself. Where are you going to be in the next 90 days? This is completely up to you. And so if you're not going to do it, somebody else is going to get that deal. The money in wholesaling is there. There's a prize pool and you got to go after it. And the top cream of the crop gets it. It's not every person makes $1 million. That is not how economics works. There's not one business where everyone makes $1 million. Every business that is good, everybody wants to do it, and only the top ones succeed. It is a meritocracy. The most successful people end up getting the most money. Now, the cool part about this is you get paid in proportion to your brain power. You do not get paid on how smart you are. You don't get paid on how tall you are or natural God-given athletic ability, because if my only money would be made on basketball, I'd get destroyed because I do not have that basketball athletic ability. I like doing it. It's fun, but it's not there. But the one thing I can do is just sheer hard work and talent. And if you are able to do this, you are able to grind. Now, I don't care if I worked as hard as Kobe Bryant. I don't think there's even a shot that I'm even close to how good he is, because there is some factors outside of that with hard work that outworks everyone. But the cool part about wholesaling real estate is it's not all or nothing. It's not if you're just don't grind 14 hours a day, you're not going to be successful, right? Because you look at all these NBA players, right? They all train 6, 7, 8 hours a day to get there. You don't need to do that for wholesaling. And if you're just watching this and you're looking to get 3 or 4 deals, you don't need to be doing that. All you need to do is just make a simple plan. And this is what I'm here for you today, right? Like the simple plan of you to go out here and get your second, third, fourth, fifth deal, whatever it is. And if you're in a slump, this is great too. Reset. This is your winter arc. Like reset, recalibrate, right? Go to wherever your fortress of solitude is, and let's backtrack. Let's retreat for a second in the battle, write up a battle plan, and go out there, right? This is how you do it. If you don't have a plan, it's a plan to fail. So what you need to do is make that battle plan. There's not one conqueror in the history that went out here and conquered half the world without a plan. Some plans were stupid, but some plans worked out very well. And to win the battle, to win the war, you must have a strategy and you must have a plan. You not win a football game without playbooks and strategies and all the, I know it seems like, oh, that guy's tougher, that's why. No, it's planning and strategy and all these things. And so let's make a plan here. We got to get in front of eyeballs. That is the goal. That is what we need to do. Now, how do we do that? How do we get in front of people? How do we get eyeballs to look at us? How do we get wholesaling deals by doing this? Now, what I'll tell you is generally like a simple rule, 100 contacts a week would be what I want you to do. If you can do that for the next 4 or 5 weeks, you're golden. If you do it for the next 10 weeks, you're Gucci. And for the whole 90 days, 12 weeks, right? 13 weeks, right? That's all you need. If you can go 12, 13, 14 weeks of 100 contacts a week, your life will never be the same. You'll find that your whole brainwave of thinking changes. And it's really interesting because who you are will completely change in the next 90 days if you actually grind. Because a lot of people run through their emotions. They run through their thoughts. And the thing is, you are not your thoughts. It's really interesting that you can actually change your thoughts. You can't really change your appearance too much, but you can change your thoughts. And if you have terrible thoughts of, I'm not worth it, I'm terrible, I can't do it, you end up not being able to do it. But if you change your thinking of, I'm a winner, whatever I say, it happens, I don't quit, I don't give up, and no matter the circumstance, I will find a way. Now, it's not going to change your situation overnight, but it slowly, inch by inch, changes your situation where it goes from here to here to here to here to here. And this is the concept we call the upward spiral. And everybody knows what the downward spiral is, right? Like you start doing drugs and you lose your job, you go to jail, and you do all these crazy, terrible things, and your life gets worse. But nobody ever talks about how the upward spiral works. And the way momentum works is it does not care what way. If you're pushing momentum to the left, if you're pushing a ball to the right, momentum doesn't care about if it's on the right or the left. Same thing about positive and negative aspects in your life. The momentum that's going, right? Like a football team. If momentum's going to one side, momentum doesn't care who's going to win. It doesn't have a favorite. Where's momentum going? And the same thing happens in your life. When you start doing positive and good things, momentum is going to start swinging in that direction. You can call it karma. I'm not getting the woo-boo, jubu types, mystical sciences here. But when you end up doing good things in your life, better things start happening. Like something little as, hey, going to bed on time. You start feeling better. And when you feel better, you have a better attitude. And when you have a better attitude, you do better at your job. And that even happens just outside of wholesaling. But if you start looking at wholesaling, right, where like you sleep better, you start networking with more individuals, you start watching good wholesaling content, you start making more offers, you start getting more accepted offers and more contracts and more checks and more money. And now your life's better because you ended up doing more marketing. And it always ends up, the more you market, the more money you make. The more offers you make, the more money. More money, more offers, more money. And you start figuring out that, hey, if I stop making offers and I stop marketing, I stop making money. And this is how momentum works. It doesn't care which side of the coin you're on. If you just start doing the right thing and you start doing good things and positive things, you end up making more money. I know this is a crazy concept, but the better things you do, the more money you make and the more successful you are. And so my plea to you here is, for this winter, just start doing not the right thing, but the thing that you know in your mind you have to be doing. If I was going to create a sculpture of you, let's say your name's, Sarah, right? You're Sarah now, but look at Sarah in the future and the perfect model of Sarah. The Sarah that's making 6 figures a year wholesaling real estate. Would that model of Sarah be crying about how tough the day was and how difficult and draining work was? Or would that Sarah say, yeah, it's tough, but I'm going to still work because I'm a successful woman in wholesaling real estate, right? And you just tell yourself that. And let's say your name's Eric, and think about the Eric that's making 6 figures and the Eric now that's broke. What would the Eric that is making 6 figures wholesaling do differently than the Eric now? You're going to find a lot different, right? Probably not going to feel sorry about themselves, probably not feel bad. And when somebody says, I'm not giving the code violation list, that Eric probably doesn't say, oh, okay, wait. They no, let me talk to a manager. I will not accept no as an answer. And sometimes you switch with me, right? You think of what would Zach do in this situation, right? So if you have a seller and they want too much for the house, besides just throwing your hands up and running away, it's like, well, tell me more about the property and why are you at this offer? And you start kind of saying what I'm saying and you end up doing better. And the moral of the story here is just do better things. Just start talking to more sellers. 100 contacts. I don't care if it's the probates, the drawing for dollars, the reverse drawing for dollars, the reverse Facebook hack, digital bandit signs, whatever it is, probate letters, texting it. If you could just do any of the strategies we teach at freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course and on this channel, you're going to do good. Don't spend any money. You don't need that, right? What you need is action. You don't need another program. You don't need another action type. What you need is yourself sitting down and making a pact, a dedicated action plan this winter of how you're going to get out of it and change your life forever. You want when people see out this winter that you're walking out with a lot more money, a lot more confident with yourself, and a lot more successful. Now, this is the part of the video where I tell you, if you want to get to live the life of your dreams, give me $5,000 on a credit card and click this link. And that's what this video is. I know you're used to that when you think of anyone in real estate, but stop it. Because those people are asking you to make a commitment to them, make a commitment to me, the guru. What I'm asking you to do, my click ratio type thing I'm trying to get you to do, right? My call to action, my plea to you. I'm not the guru telling you to believe in me, right? And buy from me, right? I'm telling you to believe in yourself. Buy yourself. Buy your actual confidence and buy yourself your actual yes, I want to be successful. Believe in yourself. Actually believe in don't believe in what a guru's going to, believe in what you are going to do and how you're going to become successful. Guys, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you put your mind to. I've done it. I've seen it countless times, tens of thousands of times, people changing their life in this business. And I know for a fact that if this is video, it's for the hard individuals out there. The ones that accept wholesaling is not going to be easy. The one that accepts this business is not for the weak. And they say, I'm not weak. I don't care how many curveballs are going to be thrown. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm talking that individual. I don't care if it's 1, 2, or 3. I don't care how many people's lives change. But if I can just reach to one person to have this winter that they start changing their lives, it happens. So go out here and make the most of it. Guys, the most important thing in life is your family and the time. And you can't get any more time and you can't bring family back. And so the one thing you can do is to get rich, become successful, and use that as a thing where you can actually spend more time with your family and actually go out here and provide for your family and help them out. That's what it's all about. This is why we're doing it. So go out here and not just do it for yourself, but do it for the loved ones that count on you. They're counting on you. You need to count on yourself. So guys, if you're ready to go, make sure you subscribe to this video, like this video. We'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.